Alright, today we're playing the free Vintage Spellgrounds League. Now I'm probably going to delay this a bit after some of the Final Fantasy leagues, so probably see this, 2 weeks or so after this actually happened. So today, June 16th, I'm recording this, up until June 18th, there is a free Vintage Spellgrounds League on MTGO. Now, I did the Legacy one. I recorded 2 videos on my channel for the Legacy one of this. It basically lets you play a league, and you can get trophies in it, like you can see here. But you don't have to pay anything. It's kind of like a tester for Magic Online. Yeah, so we're going to jump into this. I usually don't play stock decks on this channel. If you watch any other video, you'll probably be aware of that. This is an exception. For Legacy, I played 2 stock decks, which is Red Stompy and Cradlevine. You'll see in a second, but there's 6 decks, and you got to pick one. But this is kind of the exception. Part of the reason why I don't like playing stock decks is because I don't have a rental account, and in paper I don't have the cards, so hard for me to do that. But also, part of it's just I like to brew, and that's kind of what interests me about Magic, is the whole brewing, deck building phase of things, trying stuff out. But these are already here, and it's very simple. I don't have to pay anything, so it is fun to try out, so we're going to do it. So let's just hop in here. So you click this, and then you join this queue, and you're going to get 3 different options. Now, what do we want to play? We could play Dredge. Yeah, this is playing it right as it comes out, but you still have to figure this out. I've never played Dredge. That could be fun, right? Yeah, let's play Dredge. Let's do it. Alright, let's play Dredge. Dredge. So this deck, we're going to use Bazaar of Baghdad. We have to mold a Bazaar of Baghdad. That's critical. We can use serum powders to find it. Then we put dredgers into the yard. Use Bazaar to... Yeah, you'll see in a second. Alright, we'll play. Doesn't really matter what else is in your hand. If you have a Bazaar, you keep it. Because you mulligan it, and there's no guarantee you'll find a Bazaar after that. Our opponent's mulliganing. That could be a sign that they're on Bazaar. It could just be a sign that they need the mulligan. Alright, so we're going to Dredge here to draw. I definitely want the troll in the graveyard. Shambling Shell. I think Icarid's correct. The other ones, I think, aren't quite as critical there. We can't get either of these into play on our first turn. We could do it on our second turn here. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. No. Bring our troll back. That was awful. Okay. Do not love our chances here. We do technically have our misstep here. They'd have very few... Ah, shit. That's bad for us. Take the grief. Take the shell. We have no other dredgers, which is bad. Alright. What we got here? We'll take the grief. That'll trigger. We'll bring the thug back. Hit him with a chill. Yep. Let's see what they got for us here. That is a good card. I think they have swords in the main deck, so I'm not gonna yield here. Yep. All right. That becoming a 4/4 is pretty bad for us. So if we swing out here, do not get a lot of benefit from it. Having to make a decision here. Definitely dredging the stinkweed out. I don't think we want the we're gonna go up to 8 cards, so we're gonna discard one anyway, so I think we do it. I guess that's a reason not to. Because now we got 2 Icarids. We did gain life, right? Oh wait, no, it's tap. That's a reason not to attack. I forgot about that. I thought this was a free. Okay. Yeah, I should just have not activated Icarate last turn. That was dumb. Okay. Maybe I should have put the... Interesting. That didn't do much, did it? They can just block everything. How many chills do we have exiled? 2 chills. I think we're just dead on board if they... Yeah, we're just dead on board, right? 1 Icarid to Grief, 1 Icarid Amalgam. Troll gives us the best chance here. So we take 5, go to 5. There's a saga, huh? We have to block. The 4/4, so we don't want to block with both. They'll kill both of them. I think we have to hit double chill here, which is like super lucky. And we got nothing. So we're just dead. Alright, game 2. Do. I want to try and see if the mono white initiative list has ley lines in the sideboard. I don't know if that's... I don't remember. They probably have containment priests, but I don't know if they have ley lines too. They do have ley lines, it looks like. That's a tough one. The hardest thing about Dredge is knowing how to mulligan, which is not like a secret thing. You gotta just look at somebody who's streaming and knows what they're doing, or a sideboard guide. But I don't know how to do this. Contagion? Don't want the force of negations. I think we take out all the forces, maybe? Yeah, don't want missed out. I actually do like trap. Trap is quite good in the matchup. Maybe on the draw we don't need it. On the play we don't need it, I mean. Let's try this. I don't know if this is the right way of sideboarding, but this kind of feels right. Keep. Okay. We're going to try and snipe a Mox in here. Powder. We're doing this on our upkeep because we find a Dredger. We didn't. But if we did find a Dredger, like that, then we could Dredge. I think I am going to snap off the grief here. If they were sandbagging a Moxen in here, they were sandbagging a crypt, so. Swords, Dungeoneer, Archon, crypt. So definitely taking the crypt there, that's for sure. Alright, we got there. See, there, to be fair, like if they would have played out the crypt, they would have just hit both of them, which is what they were playing around. I think I kind of want the trap. Instead of the chalice. The chalice doesn't really do anything on the play. I like on the draw, I mean, on the play I like it. Acres don't really do anything on the draw. Not Ikarit, I mean Grief. Don't really do anything on the draw. Not normally. I think it's worth it to play the forces over the Grief. try and optimize our chances here. Definitely keeping all of our green cards in. Let's see if they play or they keep. All right. Wasteland. Lotus. Archon. Okay. We can't not play the Bazaar, so we will obviously activate. That is an excellent frickin' draw. Stinkweed Imp, Golgari Thug. 3 chills is pretty awful, but Shambling Shell, I guess. Make sure we have dredgers. Yep, we gotta find a contagion kind of card though. No, I should have kept the shell. That was my whole plan. That was dumb. Alright, the whole plan was to keep the shell so I could blow up enchantments. We're gonna put our Bazaar back on top. We have to try and find a no, we don't want to dredge. So this says creatures can't attack you, blah blah blah. So we have to kill this thing. So we have to dig for a way to kill this thing. Cancel. Can't. 1, 2, 3. No, we can't play that yet. Drawing all of our creeping chilled was not part of the plan. As you have probably figured out, though, you don't get a ton of agency when playing this deck. Humans and clerics. So we're running out of time here. No. Cancel. Cancel. Oh, I do clicks, don't we? Discarding. We want to keep one of the greens. Alright, so we We definitely want Contagion, Creeping, Chill, and Bizarre, right? So we have to keep these three. I probably shouldn't have done that just yet. That was probably dumb. I think Thug is 4, right? Thug is Dredge 4. Shambling Shell is Dredge 3. So, Thug, Shambling Shell, discard, discard, discard. Now we're probably dead. They have to like really brick here for us to do anything. Alright, I guess they didn't have a land, so we I think got a little lucky there. But we did find our removal off the next round. Alright, here we are for round 2. We're on the plate. It's a good hand. Alright, activate Bizarre. So Troll, Imp, Icarid. Grief, Pitch, Creeping Chill. The spheres don't really do anything. The thorns and spheres don't really do anything. The wasteland's annoying, obviously. Probably the Stone Coil Serpent? Cast. Not having a blue card's a little annoying there. And we pass. Now, presumably they just wasteland us here. Yep. They can't play any mucks in even if they draw some. I think we wait on the Icarid in case we draw something it triggers. We did not. That was terrible. Urza's Saga. Yep. think it's still no. If they'd find an ancient tomb here, it would be a little annoying. Three artifact. Okay. Patchwork. Sphere. Alright, now we can just F6 because we literally can't do anything. Take out the grief now. Put the thug in our hand. Yes. We have no more dredgers, which is bad if you're keeping track at home. But we can just win in the air next turn with Narcomoeba, so I think we got this one. Yep. Alright, game 2. So I want the Force of Vigors. And the Strip Mine. I think on the draw I don't want the Griefs. What don't I want? I think the Chalice on the draw is not good, for sure. Misstep hits Cage, which I think it's their graveyard hate there. We gotta take out 5 cards, huh? I think the Griefs on the draw are not amazing. And maybe cut a Silver Smote. Or maybe cut a Chill. No, that makes the Smotes worse. We'll cut a Smote. Maybe cut both Smotes. Put in the Force of Negation. I like Grief on the play, just not on the draw. right, here we go. I don't love this. We do have to keep it, I think, because we have a bazaar, but this can definitely backfire for sure. But unless they go turn 1 Pithing Needle, we can at least use Bazaar to dig. And maybe play a hollow one. Shit. Hey, we're officially in trouble. I think best draw here is to try and find another hollow one. Or that Wastelands strip mine we put in the deck. Those could be good. We definitely don't want the Serum Powder. We definitely don't want the Creeping Chill. Yeah, I don't think we need the Icarid. We have just nothing we can do, which is not ideal. No Force of Vigor, no Force of Negation, no Force of Will. We have blue cards, green cards, but nothing of the action-y sort. No, that's really bad. That's a disaster. Yep. We have to find a bazaar now. That is not a bazaar. I think we're dead. We will play a couple more. Oh, that's actually kind of good for us. Yep. I don't think they're gonna block our hollow one. I also don't want to kill the Scrolly Crawly. That's interesting. That lets us play defense. Okay. I don't think anything saves us at this point. They can re-equip the Nettle Cyst. I think that's what they're doing, yeah. We're dead. Next game. Do I want to board in Griefs? I could see Griefs over Chills. I don't know. Take out. Don't 100% sure know how to do this. Let's try this. Definitely don't want to take out any blue or green cards. Maybe. I do want some interaction here. The biggest thing though is the Force of Vigors and Bazaars. Ugh. Thought those were Bazaars. They are not. Really don't want to get rid of 2 hollow ones, but I guess I have to. Powder. Oh boy. Powder. Oh boy. Mulligan. Oh boy. Mulligan. Powder. Put 2 cards on the bottom of your library. Guess it's the green ones. Done. Keep. 3 cards on the bottom of our library. Force of Will. Icarid. Draw 2 cards. Discard 3 cards. Icarid, I guess. Done. Yeah, we're dead. We have to try and find a Force of Vigor here. Oh, we found a Force of Vigor. We gotta get real lucky here. Really, really, really lucky. Okay. Yeah, they can. There's no point trying to crush it right now. Oh boy. Brutal. Brutal. Jeez. Yeah. That thing's gonna kill us like immediately, so we have to take out the nettle cyst. If we, oh jeez, a wasteland was crushing. We had the bazaar at least. I feel, you know, like this was a game. We gotta rip a bazaar. We did not rip a bazaar. Alright, our win con is now mana crypt. There we go. We're winning. 17-20. Crap. Okay, we died again. That's not going to do anything. I'm going to take one more draw for fun here, but we are dead. And a tabernacle. Okay. I see. I see. Alright. What does that even do? We can put our Force of Vigor on top of our library. No, we're dead. Good game. Alright, here we go for round 3. And we do our thing where we mull until we have a bazaar. This has no bazaar, so we mull. This has bazaar, so we keep. I think it's the shell. If we can find a blue card in one of the top 3 here, that's quite valuable. Alright. Playing against Luris here. Looks like Luris combo, so this is the Thunder Trap. Oh, that's a heck of a start. This is turn 1 Luris if they want it. Stock up. This feels like a stock up. Thunder Trap's fine. Surprised they didn't get Luris loop the Lotus and then Thunder Trap, but okay. Maybe they got something out. They got a Force of Will. Yeah. Lotus plus Recall is pretty good opener here. Jeez. So we know they got a Lyris and a Force of Will in their hand. One, two, three. Play the hollow one. I don't think using the Nox or any of their stuff is helpful. Just going to put the Lotus on top of their deck so they can't buy it. Oh, they misstepped that. Okay. Well, they got the Lyris and then they got the Lotus back, and now they got a PO. They get to go crazy. They can PO for a bajillion. They don't have to do it now, I guess. Oh, wait. Why? I was so dumb. Oh, jeez. That was bad. Was not thinking there. I actually don't know if I want to attack, because that gives them the buyback trainer, and they already have a ton of mana, so. They know we got a troll in hand. What we should have done was just waited till we went to our turn, and then we could have had both Bazaars and could have gone crazy last turn. We missed out on 2 dredges for because we're city billies. Take the grief. We'll take the Stinkweed Imp. think we did. Now we should have done it in our I still think giving them the trainer is probably a mistake, right? They're clearly missing action. Alright, moment of truth. Did they win? We need a PO to go crazy. Stock up to find PO. Which is why we did not want to give them the trainer there. Grief. Grief. Got our troll. And we got there. Alright, game 2. Force of Vigor, Force of Negation, I guess. I think on the draw. Chalice is still pretty good. What don't we want? I think the silver smotes can go. Chills can go. Maybe one grief. I still like the Hickards. I think we can try like this. Seems to be reasonable. Just boarding out some like damage stuff and trying to increase our interaction. You can't keep a hand without Bazaar, but if there was ever a hand to keep without Bazaar, it's this one. But no, we have to mulligan. And we got a powder. I think we want the troll. Done. Keep. Yep. Yep. Okay. Nope, they got us. They can follow that up with Graveyard Hate, we're just stone cold dead. That is now a dead card. Unless they pop the bauble, and they might have to pop the bauble at some point. Yep, they got it. They got a stock up. Shit. um, that way. No. I should have responded to the trigger with the Bazaar. Tried to dump the Grief in, got the Ichard in, and forced them to use the Soul Guide. That was a whoopsie. Let's see what they do here. We are gonna swing this time. Yep. Let's see if they pop their bubble. They don't want to pop the bubble. Okay. We need some help here from the Mana Crypt, and we're not getting it. Mana Crypt is not our friend today. This PO. No. Double Thunder Trap is bad for those keeping track at home. I think that is game. Yep. Mm-hmm. Alright. You gotta stop winning these. It's a problem for me. So they can either play Luris and bring back Soul Guide, or they can play PO and they both win. Because we can't counter both things. So they presumably here just have Force of Will backup. I think we actually know that they have Force of Will backup. Okay. They got it. Yeah, X is 12. Alright, on the play. Going, Sickening Shoal, Contagion, Leyline, Creeping Chill, Silver Smoke Coal. Yeah, I think this is fine. We shall play. It's not very interactive, but we gotta keep it. They're mulliganing. Jeez. I think I'm gonna pitch Troll, Thug, Thug, and then keep the Stinkweed as kind of a little bit of insurance against Graveyard Hate. The ideal draws here is like Forest Blue card. And that's not bad. Troll, Thug, Stinkweed. Grief, pitching Thug. Merchant Scroll, Jet, PO stock up. So, Jet. Luris, Jet. Then we just deploy our. Oh, still in the stack. Okay, Mana Vault, that's one of their better draws. If we dredge now, we get to troll twice. GG. Yeah, trying. I'm trying to send it. We're lagging here. Alright, so that went pretty good. It was fun. We had some, competitive games here. It's fun trying out some of the stock tier decks and just seeing how they do. Very powerful deck, but as we could see in game 2, when your opponent's got the ley lines and stuff, it can be really tough. Really tough to dig yourself out of that. But definitely not a bad showing. Enjoyed that. Can we view our deck? View your previous deck. So we had all of the this was just a very standard dredge from the spellgrounds league, the free league. 2-1. Like you saw, it's bizarre and all the dredgers. It's very solid. Does its thing very well, very consistently, and he really only struggled when their opponents had ley lines. Yeah, no. Very strong. You want to try vintage? This is like this kind of a strategy. It's definitely very powerful. I had fun. I had fun doing it. I like these spellgrounds things. Gets me to try some of the stock stuff, and it's pretty fun. Alright. I'm going to try one more of these, I think, tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes.